money still chasing the mill. Wasn't lucky, I've been in the field. Got money still chasing the mill. Wasn't lucky, I've been in the field.
Welcome to In the Field Radio. I'm Erin Boogie, aka Petty White. I'm here with Rapz.
You know what it is, your boy Thrustin Timberlake. What's happening?
I thought you had a different one for this week.
Oh, there was one that I had in the tuck, but I already forgot what it was, and I ain't gonna tie us up trying to scramble my brain real quick. What's good with you though? Coming off of a nice weekend. You know, the weather was up and down, but overall a good weekend. Coming off a Mother's Day weekend. Shout out to all of the mothers.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, especially mine.
For sure, man. Did you do anything crazy for Mother's Day in particular? Anything
no, I did nothing for Mother's Day.
Okay. All right. You just called your mom. That was it.
Yo, honestly, I can't say what I want to say because it's FCC regulated, but like that lady was not even trying to call me back on Mother's Day so I could say Happy Mother's Day. So
she was enjoying her Mother's Day, is basically what you're saying, right?
I did not be a mother on Mother's Day, and I respect that. So
hey, that was her day off.
Because
that's my day off. What you called me for?
Well, I called her and I was like, yo, do you want to like do something or whatever? And she was like, no. So I was like, all right, bet. We'll figure it out another day.
She said, I'm good, love. Enjoy.
Basically, I got futured.
Word. I saw that you was out at a concert again.
I was.
You was serving up some white wine.
That's how I'm trying to not be excited talking about it, but like I can't even do it.
Oh man, go ahead. Tell us where you were.
I went to go see Molly Don down in the city, down in Brooklyn. So shout out to him. He did 6,000 people by himself.
That's lit.
It was lit, honestly. Actually, it was a great crowd. People were super friendly. Everybody kind of was doing the party thing beforehand because, you know, they have the DJs and stuff. So it was Noah Power and who else was I can't remember who the other DJ was, but shout out to them. They did a great job before he came out. He did not come out until 2:45 in the morning.
Sheesh.
Yeah, but he brought out Byron Messiah, so the artist who did
major.
Taliban's. Yeah, so it was super fire show. I was super excited. I'm ready to go see him again.
That's major. And bringing out 6,000 people is major too, no lie.
By yourself. He did it by himself.
Yeah, you know, the Philadelphia 76ers couldn't even get 6,000 of their fans to show up. I went to a show of my own this weekend.
Yeah, I heard you was super lit this weekend.
So,
I heard you was doing the VIP thing.
Yeah. It was good. It was like all kind of unexpected. I'm not gonna lie. I went to go see the Roast Battle League. Now I'm sure this is something that I've mentioned plenty of times on the show. I'm just a fan of this battle league. It's lit. The host described it as this is rap battle for white people. But yeah, man, it's just head-to-head comics roasting. They got leagues in Cali, Austin, Texas, Connecticut, New York, just all over. And it's dope to check it out. To see it in person was a totally different experience. But yeah, I had front row.
I was gonna say you were brave.
They don't roast really the crowd. The opener did just to, I guess, kind of like soften up the crowd, you know, warm them up as they say, but just get people comfortable with laughing and in the mode of like what they're about to expect. Dope show overall. When I got up out of there, it was raining and I'm like, oh man, this was at the Comedy Cellar in New York City, legendary venue.
Yes, legendary.
They got you locking your phones up as soon as you walk in. But like I was saying, man, on the way out, it's raining. And I'm like, man, the Knicks game is still on, game 4. We talked about it last week that we were saying how the series was going to go. But like, here we are a week later and the series is done.
Yeah.
So like the sweep was that quick. Yeah, but as we're leaving, I'm like, yo, I gotta catch the tail end of this Knicks game. So I'm like, like 2 doors down, there's a bar. People are in it, the game's on. I'm like, nah, I'm trying to go right up in here, dip right up in there, get my drink. Within the first like 10 minutes of me chilling there, everybody from the show, the guy that runs the league, everybody comes next door to this bar. And I'm like, oh, this is lit. So I had to get some.
They were all trying to do the same thing?
Yeah. Trying to catch the Knicks game, trying to party. You know, there's a good, a good amount of people that weren't performing that still belong to these leagues that showed up. So it was just mad familiar faces. Definitely a good time. Everybody had their Knicks gear on. It was lit. It was lit. But I got to meet everybody. I got flicks with everybody. I was super gassed. That made my weekend. I'm not gonna lie.
I love it.
Definitely made my weekend, and I gotta go back again, man. Shout out to Brian Moses, man. He told me he gonna hold it down for the next show. He gonna throw me on the list.
Okay.
Good looks.
Speaking of dancehall, they booked Skippa for Maroon, so that's big. Love me some Skippa.
I did see that. And
I keep telling people, like, I want to find a man that loves me as much as Skippa loves his Porsche.
So this was a big weekend for shows all around, though, man. It's just this weekend we had Rolling Loud Orlando. Did you get a chance to check any of this?
I watched, I checked out Chief Keef, and then I checked out Fergie Baby.
The Chief Keef jacket was a little snug, but a good performance, though. You can't hit on a performance, no matter what the size of the jacket was.
I'm ready for him to come here so that I can see him, because, I could use that energy.
I think he could potentially be kind of beyond... maybe not, actually.
Oh, no, I'm not saying he needs to come to Poughkeepsie, but...
Yeah. But even the Fergie Baby set, amazing. To see New York put on, to come through, that he was sprinkled in there. That was like a special flavoring amongst all the acts that we got for the most part.
That's what New York sound like.
I was surprised to see that they really honed in on the local artist this time around. A lot of Orlando, Central Florida based artists that I was unfamiliar with, and I'd be out there a lot. So I thought that was kind of telling. I don't know
if you saw the interview with the founder, one of the founders of Rolling Loud, Matt Zingler. They asked him about the lineup this year, and he said that basically, hey, we're going with what's trending now. We were looking at what was trending on TikTok, what was trending on social media, and who the newer, unknown, underground artists are, and that's what we went with this year. They did not go with legacy acts, and they were looking more at who was fresh. And I think that's kind of going back to the roots of what Rolling Loud was. It was always a younger crowd. It was always meant for artists that were kind of breaking through, and I think that's fire. I think there's definitely a place for that.
See, that right there, I kind of argued with myself, yo, are you too old and out? Not out the loop, but these artists aren't for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I was wondering, even when I seen the local artists, for those of you that don't know, within just Orlando and Kissimmee, there are so many high schools because the area is so large that I'm yo, did y'all just take the top artists from every graduating class?
Well, Rolling Loud is always, because they do it regionally, they have one in the Bay, they have one in Florida, they have one, they've always pulled the regional artists. The problem is that where for us, where we would have a New York Rolling Loud, it just got so expensive for them to do it here, and then they had so many problems with NYPD and stuff like that it just wasn't sustainable.
It looked like they were kind of running into those same type of troubles that you speak of at the Orlando one. I saw a lot of Orlando PD there. I know Belly Gang Cushington was having some trouble with getting his vehicle searched and seized and whatnot.
That's every year at Rolling Loud. They target Rolling Loud for sure.
A big thing with Orlando is Orlando for the past few years has been going through a lot of things with their noise complaints and parameters, and they want their town to reflect Mickey Mouse. They don't want you riding around town. There's a curfew for how loud you can play your speakers. It's getting like that. They're being the same way with the decibels in the club. I shouldn't hear your venue's music from this far away. So it was interesting to kind of see how they were going to go around and navigate that in Orlando this year. And I don't know if what Rolling Loud brought is what they want reflecting the city either. So I'm interested to see now that it's already done and wrapped up, is this going to happen again next year moving forward? Or were they...
Well, it was interesting to me that they felt that they had outgrown Miami and had left Miami for Orlando.
But you know what it is, though? Miami, we go back. Miami got so much, the curfews that Miami don't want people from out of state coming to visit like that. Why you think everybody was big in Houston for spring break this year?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because Miami has tried to eliminate the spring break thing, but Rolling Loud, coming there for 3 days, even, they and Rolling Loud said they felt like they outgrew the Hard Rock and Miami and stuff with the restrictions and the things they encountered there. Now they've come to Orlando, so it'll be interesting to see.
You did make mention before we jumped on air. You were talking about this MIA, Kid Cudi, something about her getting booted off the tour that he got going on right now.
Yeah, remember we had talked about her coming out at Coachella, and we were kind of like, she had some issues prior to that maybe this could be kind of a career resurgence for her. Well, lo and behold, Kid Cudi put her on his tour, and it lasted not very long before she got booted off the tour. So he had issued a statement. MIA is no longer on this tour. He had put this on his Instagram story. I told my management to send a notice to her team before we started tour that I didn't want anything offensive at my shows because I already knew what time it was and I was assured things were understood. After the last couple shows, I've been flooded with messages from fans that were upset by her rants, he continued. This to me is very disappointing, and I won't have someone on my tour making offensive remarks. I don't know why I can't talk today. That upsets my fan base. Thank you for understanding. So she was removed from the tour. Well, today, I was reading earlier before we jumped on that she had responded, but I wasn't able to, it looked like she responded on X that she was kind of like ranting again about her being removed from the tour and some of the things that she was saying.
So, she has a song that I believe is called Illegal. This is from, albums that she did many, many years ago. But she performed it. She had, a lot of these shows, they go crazy with like the graphics on screen and like, the production within itself. But she kind of came out. She was about to perform the song. She joked with fans about being quote unquote illegal. She does identify, and she made very clear that she identifies as a brown Republican voter. And started getting very loudly booed. She defended herself in the as a critique of unjust immigration laws, visa issues. It goes on, and I think teetering the line, especially with somebody like Kid Cudi, because I felt like he, by proxy, already got so much backlash of just like aligning himself with Kanye and those political statements and rants, and we can't even trust you with a microphone. You gotta go. I wish there was more context or more like understanding, but hey, I think at the tip top, if I say, yo, my people are letting you know, I don't want you making no political statements while you up there, and then that's what you choose to do. Hey, you took a stand for whatever you took a stand for, I guess.
I saw quickly that she had tweeted a bunch of stuff, but I wasn't able to pull up the tweets. And
yeah, that was pretty much it. She was explaining about, the song, how old the song is, that she always performs this at every show. And she's been outspoken prior in regards to what her stance is politically. So she doesn't think that none of this was like, I didn't drop a bomb on nobody.
Well, and then I saw that she had posted some things that Kid Cudi had wrote and posted that on Instagram and made a post as well.
Yeah. And she also mentioned how like her and her team, a lot of them still don't have visas. And that it's like trouble working with it. I don't know. But I remember even on Paper Planes, she said, what? Catch me at the border. I got visas in my name.
Yep.
Now you don't. I don't know. I don't get it. So, I guess there's got to be more that we hear about this. I feel like, with her kind of just making this resurgence, there's somebody that's willing to sit down with you and allow you their platform to get something on.
Yeah, it just seems like this wasn't the right one.
Yeah, but hey, listen, if no one's been listening to you and you feel like you got a statement to be stating about, then I guess that's what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yo, you know how we were talking about the For You page staying local? Not Justin Bieber related, but Velas related. He got an Apple Music editorial playlist.
Who's this?
Velas?
Yeah.
Oh my God, from Kingston.
Okay. Put me on. I don't know.
He's from Kingston. He's a songwriter. He's put out
Okay.
some songs. He had the song with Fab, Flip Mode. He did that song.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not familiar? I can't believe.
Nah.
Oh my God. All right. So I'm gonna have to put you on for sure. But he got a Apple Music editorial playlist, and it's called VERZUZ, the songwriter, since he's done some songwriting in the industry.
Okay.
And so the playlist includes tracks like Chris Brown's No Guidance, Deja Vu by J. Cole, and Kanye West's All Day.
Okay.
Yeah, so it has some Bryson Tiller tracks on it and stuff like that. So super cool. Since we've been doing some, local For You page stuff, I thought that was really cool.
For sure. I'm trying to look back at some of my topics, man. I do want to make sure, man, that people were charged in the unaliving of Julio Fulio. I don't know if we touched on this. I feel like this might have been prior to me even getting on the show. But Central Florida artist, I believe actually from Jacksonville, there was a lot of beef, a lot of problems going on, involving him, other rival rap crews and such. But there was just a sentencing last week. Julio Fulio's mom was actually on Instagram celebrating the criminal conviction of 4 of his killers. They are all going to be serving life in prison, and she found herself on Instagram turning up for the occasion, popping a bottle of Don Julio, which if some of you do know, that's what these gentlemen were doing, hours after this man's unaliving, sipping on Julio like somebody would smoke on somebody's pack.
That's wild.
Yeah, hey, that's, I guess, her mom's way of taunting y'all right back and her getting her last laugh, if you happen to see it that way. I feel like we've been going on. I feel like everyone's finally getting their day in court. We were just talking last week about the Jam Master Jay and such. But speaking of artists involved in some violence, man, on the flip side, this man, Lil Tjay, I seen a video of him going viral where he is, looked like he cleaning up his act. I don't know if it was done with that in mind. Either way, deserves respect. He was out on the streets. There was a woman performing. She had her kids with her. Beautiful voice. She was actually singing Angel by Amanda Lopez, one or the other. You remember that song back in the day?
Mm-mm.
Nah, come on. You don't make me have to sing it, yo.
You sing it.
The joint that's like, God sent me an angel from the head. You know what? You know the song. I feel like you know the song and you just wanted me to sing it.
I feel like I don't know this song.
But yeah, she was out there killing it, man. And Lil Tjay was walking by, camera definitely 100% on record, and just stopped through. And my man was throwing bill after bill. My man was making it rain on a woman that was just out there singing with her kids, basically.
That's nice. Some charity work.
Yeah, I guess. I'm like, you know what? I'm like in a point where they, they're seeing you as a bug out, a crash out, amongst many other things. That's not a bad time to be like, oh, yo, I do nice things. I'm not, I'm not the guy that got that got Offset popped.
Shout out to Lil Tjay for trying to clean up his image.
For sure, man. We could go over to some more Bronx bred artists, man. And we just coming off of Mother's Day, man. I don't know how I even just scurried right past this. But Cardi B over the weekend was in DC, stopping by Stefon Diggs and his greater cause, which is Diggs Deep Foundation. It was a Mother's Day event that he was putting together. She pulled up. They seemed very beyond cordial. Let's call it that. Yes, a lot of our fleshes conjoining.
They've sparked reconciliation rumors.
Have they? You know what? Was it just off the fact that, like, okay, you was acquitted on all of the stuff with your chef that was making you dried up hot dogs?
Yo, the dried up hot dogs thing was too much.
Yo, I'm still stuck on, like, I get, like, the more you hear about Stefon Diggs, the more you be like, yo, Offset wasn't that bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the reconciliation rumors that I want to hear surrounding Cardi B make me lean more towards Offset. And it was like, yo, Offset's such a dog. And then it's like she got with Stefon Diggs, and the stuff that be going on in his personal life that's public is like, fam, You were better off staying with Offset.
Yo, it ain't even that. It's like, yo, my man, it wasn't even like, yo, maybe he cheated. They're talking on the internet like he cheated. Like, yo, my man had other children on you.
Like, but so many.
My man hired a chef just to have an in-house side piece.
Yo.
You know, you don't cook, you
But
don't
was
clean.
she a chef? Like,
you don't cook, you don't clean, but the chef don't neither.
that's
All
what I
right,
was
stay
just gonna
woke, my girl.
say. I was just gonna say the same thing. Like when once this trial started, I was like, "You not low."
Yo,
I've seen them hot dogs.
When they started talking about what she was cooking and that like she was mad because he was going with a girl. You see, even the way that she answered a lot of the questions, like she had to make mention that there was other girls around, and like, then it's like, yo, it just sounds like hate through and through.
Jealousy.
You know, and for her to be like, you know, that she was really upset that he went to like Miami for the weekend. I don't know if it was like Art Basel at the time, but she mentions him going to Miami and her being pissed off that she wasn't allowed to go as well, that she had the week off. Like she was angry that he was going with somebody else and not her, but he's like, yo, I'm on vacation. Like, what do I need my at-home chef to be in Miami with me for when there's restaurants galore?
And meanwhile, it's like Offset didn't have other kids.
You know, he had plenty prior to you.
Yeah.
You know, but never on
But he
you,
left
but
them at
never
the
on
door.
you.
Like he had all them kids prior to her.
I feel like this always goes back to like, yo, when you look at celebrity couples, like don't put so much stock in them that they're like this thing that
couple goals and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Or that they're this status that needs to be attained. Like, yo, they live in just as wicked as you, if not even more wicked. It's just
that's a great point.
Their outfits are better while they live foul.
Yeah, that's 100%. That's
yeah.
it.
That's it. They just cheating on they shorty with Balenciaga on. That's all. That's all the difference is. You know what I mean? And you did it with, you know, with your Nike tech suit.
Champion and cheat.
Speaking of millionaires that we do not know, but we wish we did. Did you hear about this new millionaire in Poughkeepsie? Come on. A second prize winning ticket, right? From March 16th. So it took them a little minute to get this together.
Where they bought it at?
Of the Powerball drawing was claimed in Dutchess County just this past Thursday, right? The ticket was worth $1 million.
See, local For You page, where was it bought at?
I'm not too sure, but the second prize ticket was claimed by a Stephen Maston. You know him?
No, but I'm trying to.
You know where he's staying?
Where you at, Steven?
Oh, this was actually purchased at the Southgate Deli and Grocery that's on Southgate Drive right there.
Okay.
But he opted to receive his winnings in a one-time lump sum payment of $651,000 after necessary withholdings. You know they're gonna bang you for the tax, all that good stuff. You really only normally get like half of what you're supposed to. But yeah, I feel like that's major. I feel like somebody always hit out here. Like there was a point in time where like, I don't know if it was like a Smokes for Less or something in the town of Newburgh, but like, yo, they kept selling the hitting tickets every time. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But nah, that's lit. Shout out to him. Y'all leave him alone though. All right. And
I love you.
Oh man. Oh, so we talked about what did we have last week, man? I feel like so much stuff happened in the past week. We had Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo was lit. We had the VERZUZ with French Montana.
And we got the new song. We got Smoking Part 2.
Now, when I say that, like, you got to be lined up to do something, like, yo, you could take this VERZUZ and be like, yo, I think I got 20 songs that are better than anyone else's 20 songs. But the thing is to make the most out of the opportunity. You know, when somebody goes and performs at the Super Bowl, they're like, yo, guess what? My album or my tour announcement is tomorrow, or my new song releases tonight, or, you know what I mean? It could be anything like that. But I thought it was super dope to see two people that are friends, but still kept it competitive. And they just had bangers. Mm-hmm. I feel like I wish some of the songs may have been more matched up vibe-wise. You know what I mean? To get like,
yeah, I felt the same way.
My smooth joint meets your smooth joint. My club banger meets your club banger. My street anthem meets your street anthem. But you know, and Rick Ross, this being his second time, he dug a lot into like his B-side records, which are still big records. Which I thought was dope.
I feel like people were disrespecting French like leading up to it. Like they were like, oh, he don't have hits or whatever. But French got a deep catalog.
French got too many hits, and what's ill is he's been doing it just as long as Ross. Yes. You know what I mean?
And he's got vibes. Like he can really set a vibe, and I feel like that's so important in a versus.
So yeah, they set it up proper. Max B was over there running around performing, you know,
being hilarious.
Yeah, at one point in time, I didn't know whose side he was on anymore. I'm just like, all right, he here for the vibes.
I don't think he knew.
He's just here for the vibes. He was here for the shorty that was throwing it back.
Yo, that was so funny. Because did you see French kind of like dodge her or whatever?
French spun it like, oh, yo, this is my man's. He been locked up for 18 years, man. That's him.
French said, I am not messing up this money that I got going on.
He's like, yo, I'm royalty, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I did see right afterwards that, Rick Ross had an interview with Apple Music's Rap Life Review. Rick Ross ended up saying that he doesn't want to see Drake lose. He said, Drake, if you're listening to this, homie, shine. I don't want to see you lose. I don't want to see nobody lose. I don't know how my Rick Ross impression was just now, but that's basically
I thought he was in the room with us.
There you go. So yeah, you know, is it corny for Rick Ross to even act like he doesn't have a hateful stance after everything he had to say, him getting swung on, going to Toronto, him wanting to comment about Drake's nose and abs and, you know, kind of just jumping in on this massive dog pile that occurred a few years ago?
Yeah, it was interesting to me too when he played Aston Martin music without Drake's vocals.
And you specifically asked for it. So that's why I couldn't see the sincerity in him saying this during an interview when it's like everything about what you do, if it's in relation to him, it's a trolling moment for you.
Yeah, yep.
You know? So I don't know what that means, but also when I look at it, it's like, yo, is it because you feel this man might potentially have a massive moment this week and you want to be a part of that? Or you want to have, you don't want to be on the wrong side of, maybe history, who knows?
That trickle-down effect.
Yeah. You know, I still don't even know who I would expect to be on this album, but, you know, I don't know. It sounded like a little bit of a reach to just be back in good graces. You know what I mean? But I think the damage is done, and you went a little too far, my guy.
I'm getting excited for Iceman to drop because I'm curious.
What are you most curious about?
All of it. Like, I want to hear it. It's dropping right before summer, so I'm curious if we're gonna get some summer bangers. I'm curious to see who the features are.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a while since Drake has dropped, and that's not like him. So he's been quiet. Whenever he's quiet, he's up to something. So now I'm just ready for him to break his silence. So I'm curious about all of it.
Yeah. You know, he probably somewhere in doing his thing, man. I feel like really when we're like, yo, somebody been gone for quiet and they up to something when they quiet, like I wonder how much they really even be up to, like, I'm so laser focused on the music. I truly do wonder.
Well, we have to assume that the project is done, right? So.
Oh, for sure. I think so. I mean, but at the same time, who knows? Maybe that was an attempt at being like, yo, you got some last minute features you might need, yo. Holla at Rose. I do want to say though, man, I've been watching this. We did talk about like streaming a little bit. But I Show Speed has been on a crazy run going all throughout, the Caribbean. The Caribbean. He's stopping everywhere. He's in Jamaica. He's in DR. He in PR. Crazy lit. He looked like he had a great time in PR. In Puerto Rico, they gave him, the key to the city out there in San Juan. He met with the political figures. He met with my man Pitorro, which is, not to drink. But he gives a lot of artists or people from the States a very proper tour of La Perla, which not anybody could just walk through there on some whatever type time. And on the flip side, especially not with a camera.
I liked
Now I've
how,
heard,
did you see how like innocent some of his reactions were?
yo, I love what he's doing because he's giving y'all so much culture and experience, and he's
Yes.
making y'all hip to the way different people live their lives and these places that exist and that are beautiful places. Like, I thought it was so dope.
I almost wish that he had more time in each place so that
Oh
he
yeah,
wasn't like just like running through each place and giving it such a small
yeah,
amount of time and just giving like snapshots, because I
yeah,
think that what he's doing, especially for younger people, is so important.
yeah. His father, who has never left the States before, actually ended up surprising him in Jamaica.
Yes.
So I thought that was dope, then they got to stream together. His father is very instrumental in him being as big as he is. He always give credit to his pops that, there was a point in time where Speed was streaming and his mom was like, no, I ain't with all of this. You're not gonna be wasting time up in my house. And she kicked him out of the house. He ended up moving in with his father and becoming the streamer that he is today. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So his father very instrumental. Now, I feel like I can't mention all of this about his tour and the stops that he's making without having to talk about what occurred in the Dominican Republic.
Let's
I'm not
talk
sure.
about it.
I'm not sure if you peeped. He was there with I don't know if it's their mayor, whoever is the head political figure out there. Let's just say, and them riding together. He ended up breaking his record for the most streams. Active streamers at the moment, or viewers, I should say. I'm sorry. So he even gets emotional while they're there. They're chopping it up, and some places, some people are very aware of how big streaming in itself and these streamers are. And I think this gentleman from DR kind of took advantage of that, let's say. And there were a bunch of bots viewing the stream. So these weren't actual, true, authentic numbers. And they had a beautiful mural that was actually made for our show Speed as well. So yeah, they ended up putting this beautiful mural of him on a wall, and I could say probably before the paint was even dry. There were people out there vandalizing it.
Oh my God.
That a la foque. Oh, I don't know if I could say that on, but no, that's the guy's name. That he actually paid 100,000 pesos to remove it. So obviously, they smiled in your face, and then the moment you weren't there anymore, they felt otherwise about you.
Yeah.
Extremely unfortunate. I don't know if they realize how many people are viewing the disrespect, to where it's like, even if Speed just sold people from all over the world about why they need to come here, you're undoing it all.
Yeah.
Which is insane. You know what I mean? Obviously, this ain't something that Speed deserves. It's no pun intended, but it's a smear campaign.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't know if you saw too at Rolling Loud that conversely, that Rakai got booed at Rolling Loud, and then Blackboy Max, he had taken somebody's phone, and then after he was done like recording himself with the phone, he took it and chucked it as far as he could into the crowd.
Yeah, that's some real in the moment, like, guess whatever. It's not my phone, and I could go buy another phone if it was my phone, so whatever. I did see Rakai getting booed, which was odd because I did see that they were running new Under Armour campaigns at Rolling Loud with Rakai in it. But yeah, it looked like when he came out, he wasn't greeted with love by any means. I saw people throwing water bottles at him, throwing food at him.
Yeah, which I don't like that either, because he's so young too. And I don't like seeing young people like that. Like, that can really like affect them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also when you there's times where I still try to decipher, is this you or is this who you're willing to show us?
Yeah.
When you're streaming.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that got a problem with, Rakai, how he conducts himself.
Yeah. No, for sure.
him being, the person that You know, Castanet put so much stock in, and you know, made sure you had all these opportunities. It's like, you know, certain people want to make sure you're not wasting it all away.
Yeah.
I am hearing rumors that Castanet's possibly coming back to streaming.
Really?
I don't know how legitimate this is.
It's been 7 months since Kai has streamed.
Yeah, but we ain't seen none of the clothes. They're not for sale. Like, what you really doing, bro? If you just needed a timeout because Shorty did you wrong, like, you could have just said that. Right?
I think he's saying it without saying it.
You know, so yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be dope. I think it'd be big for streaming. You know, he's still making money. Think of all the subscribers that are still subscribed to him that haven't gone out of their way to say, let me unsubscribe from him.
Yeah, he's still making 6 figures every month.
I believe it. You know, it's crazy, you know, but yeah, if you got, you know, certain things going on in your life and you need to take a step away, you don't need to say why. But hey, if the clothing line is going to jump off, then let's see it jump off though.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I think at this point in time, it's about time for our favorite part of the show.
Woohoo!
Oh, matter of fact, before I go too far, man, because I was just at these roast battles for the Roast Battle League New York. Did you see this Kevin Hart roast?
I did not.
Oh man, I only watched about half of it, but they have got Big J Okerson is on there. What's my homegirl? Chelsea Handler. Cat Williams ended up making a surprise later, but that's what's bad about like when they still do something live, but it's on streaming so people could still check it out. It's like certain things that are so like, oh my gosh moments, like a cat popping up, them setting their differences aside, him still pulling up to show love and do his thing is major. But if you didn't catch it while it was live, now you got to hear that it already happened, and it kind of like takes that away from it, the feeling, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I'm ready to see it.
Yeah, but no, you should definitely go check it out. I think everybody did a great job. The only thing that I would say that I wasn't too happy about was him being Kevin Hart and, you know, him working with Netflix, him having the pull that he has, that a lot of his friends were on there. And I don't mean like the Plastic Cup Boys. What I mean by friends are just like people that you personally know. Draymond Green was on there. For those of y'all that don't know what the tie is between them, that they are married to, their wives are sisters. So Draymond Green had a moment where, you know, he had some people, and he even said like, yo, people wrote these jokes for me. I'm just reading them, which is like, it kind of takes everything away from it. Tiana Taylor was up there, you know, she did all right, but the same thing. You kind of came on stage, said your little 1-2, you got gone, and it's like, we could have just had somebody else here.
Yeah.
Like, I get that y'all are tight, but it's just like, we ain't need this.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Tom Brady did come back to make sure he got his get back this time around.
That's mad funny to me.
Yeah, he started off the show real well. I'm trying to think of who else that they had on there. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. Cheryl Underwood, the whole lot of people. Jeff Ross, of course, the roast master himself. And if you're ready, man, we might as well just take it to something. Oh, let's dig up in the bag real quick. What we got? Anything you want to touch on real quick before we get to this? Before we get to this here. Okay,
no, I'm good.
All right, we'll pop out with a short one, man. This gives us some time to go through a few if possible. Right? Here is number one. This is titled, Do I Follow Up? We're going to let you know because we are certified in ratchetology. Friday night, I went to a social club event and asked a girl to dinner. Okay. She said yes. I gave her my number. She gave me her number. And we hung out the entire night. That's vibes, right? He goes, I texted her phone yesterday and she never responded. I liked her and thought that there was a connection. I get that people change their minds, but to me it's disappointing. Do I follow up or just leave it be? That's the leading female voice of this show. I'm gonna let you take that away.
I don't know, because I'm on some like, yo, blocker.
You gonna
But
block her?
like,
Like,
I feel
nothing
like
wrong happened.
what?
Like, nothing wrong happened. What do we block her about?
She didn't answer. That's what's wrong. Yo, because I'm just on some like, yo, like lately, if you breathe wrong. But like, I feel like
people might be like too expecting of other people's like attention and time.
yeah, but if he hit her up and she didn't answer at all, like that's not expecting of somebody's time and attention. Is like, it sounds like to me like she's not interested. I would say that if he is that interested in her, that it doesn't hurt for him to reach out one more time and just say like, hey, I thought we had a vibe, like what's good. But like after that,
see, that this is the one thing, is that in this newer generation, let's say, texting is the main route of communication.
yeah, but it also doesn't mean that she gave him the correct number either.
Yes and no. Here's my thing, is that like, all right, you sent this yesterday, okay? Yesterday was Sunday. Friday night you met somebody, y'all exchanged info and y'all kicked it for the night. You reached out to her yesterday, which was Sunday, and she never responded. It's just like, yo, aside from Friday night y'all meeting, you are a stranger. And I get that y'all could be like, yo, we should make plans to link, that people change their mind. But like, it's like, yo, bro, you don't even know this person. Like, you hit them up, 2 days go by and you like, yo, they not responding, they not hitting me back. It's like, yo, it was Mother's Day. Maybe you just wasn't the most important person on Mother's Day, bro.
Yeah, but it takes 30 seconds out of your day to respond. Like, she could have been like, hey, I'm busy for Mother's Day. Like, I'll hit you this week. Like, I sure know that she responded to other people in her phone.
Here's my thing. Would I follow up? Because that's essentially what you're asking. Do I follow up or just leave it be? I would say just leave it be. I don't know if y'all actually set true plans, like, yo, here's the date, the time, and where we're going to be going, and I will meet you there for sure. Or if this is just like, you know, when you get sauced on like a Saturday night, you'd be like, yo, we should do brunch tomorrow. It's like, no one means that ever.
And that's the other thing that I like in my mind I was thinking, is that she might have been totally like in the moment, like you said, and just been like, yeah. And then like by the time he texted her on Sunday, she might have been like, no. And that's like, it happens. So for me, like when you reach out to somebody and they don't answer, like I said, it takes 10 seconds to respond to somebody in your phone, and you know you're responding to the people that text message you. I don't care when it is, who it is, stranger or not. Like, yeah, he might not have been a priority, but to go 24 hours without answering somebody, you've made the decision to not, you've seen that message and have made the decision to not answer that person.
Yeah, it's not for you to follow up. It's for her to hit you back and say, yo, my bad, I'm just seeing this. And then you decide if you believe her or if you know she's lying.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
If you're just going to accept that.
Yeah.
Or if she says, hey, I thought I answered you. Like, yeah, okay.
So let's take it to something else real quick. Trying to see what we got here. You know, I'm looking for something good. Let's go. I like this one because this is another short question, but I feel like it's so topical that we could really get to a couple different things right here. This title right here for this one is it too much that I'm going on 1 to 2 dates a week? I've been going on dates on a weekly basis. I've had one this Saturday, and I also just had one today. This was sent yesterday, so that would be Sunday. I'm pretty much going on a date or two every week. I'm trying to find a guy that's for me, for an actual, true, long-term relationship. But is it bad or weird to date this much?
Wait, say it again.
All right. All in all, this is a girl writing in. Mm-hmm. She's going on about 1 or 2 dates a week. Mm-hmm. She wants to know if she's dating too much because she is moving around and dating with the intent of trying to find her person for something long term.
No.
She wants to know, is it bad or is it considered, quote unquote, weird for her to be dating once or twice a week?
Yeah, I'm saying no. Date them all, sis.
For real, you know what I mean?
Like, not at this stage, I would say anyway. Like, if you find somebody like that you click with, that you're like, okay, this person I like more than the others, like, you can slow down or whatever. But
Then you can wean
you're
yourself off of the people that's whack.
Yeah, but until you're exclusive with that person, or you've had a conversation with them, even that you're moving in the same direction as them, then I think it's fine. Like, I don't think
I think there's times where people might knock down more than one thing in a day. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you going on 1 or 2 dates in a week, you know what I mean, is really nothing.
It's normal.
Here's the only thing that I say that might work against you is that if other people start to know that you dating other people, are you okay with dating people that's dating other people?
Well, I think you're just not supposed to talk about it.
Is that, I guess. But at that point in time, like, I don't know. I guess you're right. Yeah, nobody's gonna talk about yo, I was just with the joint last night. But it's nice to see you today.
See you.
But you look nice today.
Yeah, like, people don't like talk about that stuff with each other. You're not supposed to like share that. Like, yo, you're number 4 in the rotation.
Yeah. Tuesday, what you doing calling on Thursday?
Yeah.
Nori style. Nah, but actually I do like this question. Nah, you're really not doing too much. The only thing is, I don't know to what degree that you're involved with these people. So if you go on 1 or 2 dates a week, is every date a first date? Are you dating 4 people that you see every other week? You know, I don't know what the rotation is really looking like, or if there is any rotation, truly. Or if you're just, you might just be on Hinge meeting new people and letting them go on first dates, and then maybe they don't want to see you again. I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't too mad at that.
Variety is the spice of life.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, variety is the spice of life.
Okay, here's one that's better because I feel like it's much more exciting. Okay, the title of this is "I found my friend's bikini pictures on my boyfriend's phone." This is the spiciness we try to attain.
We've come to know and love.
Yes. You know what I mean? Don't come through just need to know, is my boyfriend good to me? Right? Anyway, so my boyfriend, 21 years old, and I have been together for just over a year. Recently, I saw in his camera roll a screenshot of my friend's bikini pictures that she posted to her Instagram story. For reference, we both know the girl, obviously. She's not exactly a friend, as neither of us like her that much. My girl, you've been fooled. But she's in the same circle as people that we do know. I don't know if I should bring it up or ask him about it. I'm really bad at confrontation and would usually prefer to do it over text or maybe even over the phone rather than in person, but I feel like if I do that, he will just lie about it or delete the picture and deny it. I feel like if y'all talk face to face, he could also lie. I don't know why I think that. I also don't know if I should ask him about it, as he doesn't know that I saw it, and I'm afraid that he'll turn it on me and ask why I was on his phone and in his camera roll.
Yeah, why wouldn't you screenshot that and send it to yourself?
Why do you need it?
Well, I'm saying if she's gonna confront him, then you would have receipts. But like, if you're not gonna confront him, then you don't need it.
I think you're already ready to get past it. You're just still in shock that you seen it. But like,
I just don't know, like, on a level of 1 to 10, like, where are we at, like, on how bad this is? Like, I feel like there's worse things.
I'm gonna be real. There's pictures of a girl in a bikini that y'all both know, and it's on Instagram from her story. So that means 1, he's already seen it. 2, it's already been on his phone without him even consenting. If you think about it, like, he just was scrolling and it popped up on his phone. Now, the fact that he kept it as a memento, for when he would, I'm trying to find a clean way to say what I'm trying to say. But all in all, I don't know if that's wild because, like, yo, at any given point, you could pull out your web browser and look at, some sites, you know what I mean? You can have an OnlyFans and this.
That's what I'm like. I don't know, like, on the scale of like 1 to 10, like, where does this fall on the wild scale? Because it's like, and why doesn't he have a locked folder where things like this can't happen? Like, what's happening?
Because I don't think that anyone is going through my phone, specifically not anybody that I trust. So why would I think that I need to hide something that's inside of my personal device already?
Yo, because this is something you should feel bad about. Like, why would you have somebody...
Like, if there's wild videos, like, yeah, you might want to keep that in a hidden joint because, yo, if I lose my phone one day and someone could see my girl, you know what I mean? That's totally different. But like,
but
yo,
I
if
also
I gotta...
feel like, I don't know, like if you were dating somebody and you like happened to see in her phone that she had screenshots of your friend, how would you feel about that?
From his story, I'd be like, yo, what's the deal with that? But I don't know, like, what do I say? Yo,
but I mean, but I'm just asking, like, on a simple basis, like, how would you feel about it? Like, you would be like, I don't like this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I feel like you was looking in something that you can't mention that you was looking at. So I think you might just got to make a sound decision with yourself. You know, I just, oh, there's a PS. I do not want to break up with him. Oh, come on. We hit the nail on the head, as I do love him a lot. I just want advice about this situation. Also, I wasn't actively looking through his camera roll. He opened his camera roll to show me a picture of something, and I saw it as he scrolled past.
And you didn't say it then? Oh my God.
And you didn't say, yo, what's that?
Yo, because I
say, yo, what's that? I will admit, I did go on his phone later to check that what I actually saw was indeed what I saw. And I do know that I'm in the wrong for that. That was my fault. Listen, I respect the accountability and the acknowledgement of faults. But yeah, how do you bring it up? I'm not too sure. If you want to do via text or on the phone,
you can't bring it up now. The opportunity to bring it up presented itself when he had the phone open and was sitting right next to you and scrolled past the pictures and they were right there. That was the opportunity to say something like, yo, babe, what's that? That was the opportunity. You missed it. And you already said you don't want to break up with him, that you love him very much. Like, the ship has sailed. Like, now you got to eat this. Shorty, you take the L.
I don't even know if it's an L. It just doesn't make you feel okay.
Yeah, but now it is, because it was like the opportunity to communicate, to say something, to let him know, like, hey, I don't feel okay about this, has come and it's gone.
Yeah,
and now it's now you're gonna feel some type of way about this, and it's gonna sit there and it's.
I know exactly how this is gonna go. You about to start doing your hair like how she do her hair. You know what I mean?
But now it's gonna bubble up in other ways. Is what's gonna happen.
You know, you're gonna start doing the wings at the end of your eyes, like you know. Like that girl does, you know what I mean?
She about to go buy that bikini.
Yeah. Cause yo, that sometimes happens a lot where you just like, oh, that's what you like, you know? Then okay. You know, don't take on this girl's persona, please. That's all I will say. But yeah, I don't know. Yo, dude is gonna find other people attractive. You just happen to know this girl that he also finds attractive. I know it's like never a good feeling to find that out, but like.
And now it's weird.
That's the reality. You know what I mean? And like, it is like a new type of topic, I guess, to get to, because like, you know, the liking of pics from people within the past, like, let's say 10 years has been like a bigger thing. And like, oh, he was liking these girls' pictures. He's always following the big booty.
And that truly
girls.
doesn't matter, right? Like, if somebody watches your story or like likes your pic, like that doesn't mean anything.
It does, but it don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like if they passively do that, but actively it doesn't necessarily mean anything.
I think everybody understands social media to be something different. To some people, likes are currency. To other people, likes are my value. To, you know what I mean? My social credit score at times. To certain people. So, you know, I don't know. Like, there's some people that are like, yo, if I like this girl's pic, I hope she knows that me liking this pic means that I'm trying to crack something. But there's other people where the girls like, you know, on the flip side, the girls like, yo, that dude just like my picture. Like, yo, he be liking all of my pics and da-da-da. As if you didn't throw it up there in order for people to see it and like it.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I feel like it's such a new thing that's introduced, and it's such a big sector of relationships now that, yeah, it is kind of odd to see that, like, I guess everyone's perception of it is something different, to where like
Yeah.
what social media represents in your relationship with you and your person means something totally different, because my husband got to sleep on the couch if he, you know what I mean, likes this pic from this other girl that he'll never meet ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a weird place.
Interesting. Are you the type of person that'll ever get tired of like, yo, why you liking pics?
Liking pics? No.
Yeah, like if a dude that you dating or somebody you've been with for a while is like liking pictures of like girls that, let's say that the girls just, because I felt like what the girl saying is kind of, maybe she didn't, but like that the girl don't look like her. I feel like that'd be the bigger part for a lot of girls.
No.
Like, what would you say if like your man was liking pics of like just some chick? You'd just be like, yo, it's whatever?
No, I don't pay attention to social media like that, because I guess it's because like I do social media for a living, so like I get it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like how it's like superficial and stuff like that. Like social media doesn't like register to me on like the scale of problems. Like because you gotta, when you're in a relationship, you gotta like pick and choose your battles, and like the fake world of social media is not the hill I want to die on.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're liking some girls' pics or like liking girls' pics, like that's not a battle that I'm gonna, like that's not an argument that I'm gonna start with you. Like I'm gonna choose to argue about something in the real world. Like why are you not taking the trash out?
Yeah. Or even when you get to like having to explain why I'm following, who I'm liking, and what I'm, you know what I mean? It's just like, all right, yo, this is becoming a lot.
Yeah.
It's becoming a lot, you know what I mean? If you ever find yourself in a position where you explaining why you follow people or why why you should unfollow other people, it's just like, all right,
it's the girls in the real world you have to worry about.
Are we not? Oh yeah. Are we this bored? Is really what you want to ask?
Like, it's not the Instagram model that has 300,000 followers or 3 million followers that you have to worry about. It's like,
Nah, it's the shorty that looks worse than you.
It's the 3 at the bar up the block you gotta worry about, like real talk. So it's like true story. Like
she said it's the 3 from the bar around the block.
Yo, like that's who you have to worry about. So
you might be onto something, man. Oh man. Listen, I don't know what we looking like on time right now, man. If not, we can get to some music, man. Do you have any take-backs, any apologies, anything that has been, anything you want to update the people on since we've begun this show?
Yeah, be careful of them 3s.
Them 3s at the bar? Listen. You know what I mean? Look at Klay Thompson. He's been hitting 3s for years. So, look where he finds himself.
Yeah, shout out to Klay.
Maybe one day you could bag you a Meg after knocking down all these 3s.
Or get hit on by Klay.
Hey, whatever.
If you're a 3, you could bag you an NBA player.
Yeah, I ain't saying that she's a 3, but
No, I'm saying no, but I'm saying
he was
like
getting the play on
he was
words
out
in.
there. He was out there.
Listen. Yeah, I don't think I got nothing to update the people on. Yo, listen, Knicks, we up in that. We advancing. This is crazy. This is real crazy. This is major. I'm liking the direction this is going in. To sweep somebody up, to come off. Last week we talked about coming off the high of like, yo, these last 2 blowout games in the first round, and like now we just caught the sweep in less than a week, and we just resting up.
We doing our thing.
I just hope we're not resting too much.
I know.
But yeah, that's big. Anything else we got coming up? I'm gonna be at Midnight Ferry this Friday. I believe that's the 15th. Don't quote me, but this Friday. I think
Friday
that's
is that award show. I'm getting an award on Friday.
Friday is the award show, the 15th.
Yeah, at 5:30.
Listen, man, if you on that side, man, make sure you go check my girl Erin Boogie. She's gonna be receiving some awards as she should. You heard?
That's right. Award winning. Ooh, I almost cursed.
Yeah. Ooh, let's go. Spicy. Listen, and me on Friday, where you catch me, I'll be on the other side of that bridge. And that's that.
Mad far.
Yeah, right? Listen, you know what it is. It's your boy Rapz, Petty White here with me. what's this? 91.3 FM, WVKR, Poughkeepsie's Independent Radio. You rocking with NFL Radio. We gonna be out. Listen, we got bills to pay. I love when they say that on radio, but we out. Blah.